Good morning kids. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. I'm Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education and today we are meeting for the 6th session of chapter number 2, Animals in their Surroundings. If you remember in the last session what we have done, we have completed the breathing method of different animals. Now we are moving to the next topic, and that is movement in the animals. For that you should have what? Yes, your textbook. So in textbook, please open page number 26, right, in which we have to cover today's topic, that is what? Movements in the animal. What is the topic called? Movements, right? Now kids, I hope you have opened your textbook. Now just tell me one thing. What is the meaning of movement? See, right now I am standing here. If I am going backward, that is a movement. If I am going forward, that is also what? Movement. In short, all the animals are having a capacity to move from one place to another place. Right? So that shifting themselves from one to another place is known as what? It is known as movement. Right? See in your textbook. Animals move from one place to another in search of food and water, to protect themselves from enemies and to look for a shelter. That means why animals are moving? The basic thing is that the animals, except humans, they don't have their home. They live in their natural home, as we have seen that in a habitat topic, right? So they are living at a place where they are getting sufficient amount of food and water, and most importantly they are getting shelter, protection, right? So in search of these four things, they move from one place to another place, which is known as what? Movement. Right? Now, the way we have completed that all the animals are having different breathing method, same way all the animals are also having different movement method, because the animals are not similar to each other. They are dissimilar. They don't look like similar, right? So based on their body design and body structure, few examples of animals are given in your textbook, that how do they move. If I talk about the humans, they move with their legs. They walk, they run, right? They do many exercise also. That is because of the legs. But the other animals are having different body design, and because of that design only, they have different method for moving. So one by one that we have to cover today, right? See, terrestrial animals. We know what is the meaning of terrestrial animals. Can anyone? Yes, terrestrial animals means animals living on land, right? So first we will cover how terrestrial animals are moving, right? See, most of the animals living on land have 4 limbs. Underline this, limbs. Limbs means hands and legs. We know that all animals are walking on their 4 legs, right? But human is only a one animal which is moving on the 2 legs. So these legs are known as what? Limbs, right? See, you can write in your textbook as well. Limbs means legs, right? There are 2 types of limbs. The first one is 4 limbs. It is also written in your textbook. 4 limbs means front leg, right? What is the meaning of a 4 limbs? Front legs, right? The second type is hind limbs. What is the meaning of hind limbs? Hind limbs means back legs. Right? So limbs, I hope you have understood. Limbs means legs. There are two type of limbs. Forelimbs means front legs and hind limbs means back legs. Clear? This you can take a photo of. Right? Now see in your textbook. The front limbs are called forelimbs. Front limbs or front legs are called forelimbs. And the back limbs are called hind limbs that we have studied. Right? Now see. Human beings use their hind limbs or legs to walk, stand, run and swim. Hind limbs means back legs, right? Because human is walking on their two legs. So front legs have been converted into hands so that we can hold something, right? But hind limbs has been converted to back legs, which help us to walk, to run, to swim and to stand. Right? We can stand straight, erect. That is just because of the leg. Right? See, the legs help them to stand straight and have an erect posture like this. Erect posture. Right? The forelimbs or arms are used to hold the objects. As I have told you that animals like humans, they have four legs, right, which is converted to hands. So we can hold something, right? See, horses, dogs, goats, tigers, giraffes, etc. walk and run on all the four limbs or legs. In animal category, only humans can walk with their two legs, but other animals are walking on their four legs. Some examples are given like horse, goat, tiger, giraffe, cow, buffalo and many more. That means they are using all four limbs, two hind limbs and two forelimbs for walking and running. Right? See, kangaroos hop on their hind limbs because they are longer and stronger than their forelimbs. You all have seen kangaroo. You can see here in the picture as well that their forelimbs are much stronger and their hind limbs are short and weak. So they hop, right? They jump and they walk. So here also you can see that till now we have covered three types of animal: humans, horse, dogs and giraffe and kangaroo. In these three animals also you can see the variations, right? Humans are walking on their two legs, all other animals are walking on their four legs, and kangaroo is hopping, right? Like they are jumping in their run. They don't walk like us, right? So there is a different method for the movement, right? See the next one. What is the next category? It is reptiles. I told you. What is the meaning of reptiles? Yes, walk with the abdominal cavity. પેટે ઢસડાઈને ચાલવું. Right? See, crocodiles and lizards have four short legs. We all have seen crocodile. Maybe not in a reality, but in a picture. Right? Lizard, we all have seen. घर पे बिन बुलाए मेहमान की तरह कभी भी आ जाती है. Right? So they have four short legs. Right? They use this to crawl on the ground. They crawl, right? ઢસડીને ચાલે છે. They crawl on the ground with the help of their four short legs. See, lizard can also crawl on the wall and ceilings of our house. We know, we have seen it, wall lizard, right? How do they walk? How do they crawl on the wall, right? See, snakes do not have legs. We all have seen snakes, right? Snake does not have a leg. They crawl on the ground in a zigzag manner, right? ऐसे चलते हैं. That is what? It is zigzag manner, right? So these all are the animal. All the reptiles, they may have a limbs but very short, and some of the reptiles do not have a limbs. They don't have a legs only. So they walk on their abdominal cavity, right? See, they have scales on the underside of their bodies. Suppose this is the snake's body. The underside means the down layer, the lower layer will have a scale. What is the meaning of scale? That we have covered, right, in the topic. So scales are there on the other side, on the back side, or you can say lower side of their body, which help them to crawl very swiftly. Comfortably they can crawl, right? See, their muscles are very strong and they have flexible backbone. What is the meaning of backbone? Do you know? Spinal cord, which we also have from ear to ear, right? Spinal cord, that is known as backbone. So, the backbone of snake is also very strong, and yes, it is flexible, which allow them to crawl easily, right? See, all these features help them to grip the ground and move. I told you prior that snake does not have leg. So how do they move? They move with the help of three things. First, scales present on their body. Second, backbone is flexible. And third one, muscles, due to which they can crawl swiftly on the ground. Right? Do you understand till here? Let's move further. Now we are moving to the next one, that is insect. We know that some insects are very small in the size, but they have so many legs, right? See here. Insects have 6 legs that help them to move. Underline this. How many legs do insect have? Yes, 6 legs. That means 3 pair, right? See, ants and cockroaches crawl on their legs, right? You can see in the picture that ants and cockroaches walk, or you can say crawl on their legs. We may have seen cockroach in our house also, right? See, grasshopper and stick insect have long hind limbs. Now you know what is the meaning of hind limbs? That is back legs, right? So have you seen grasshopper? Try to see. They have very long back legs, right? See, these are used for hopping. We have seen in the kangaroo that they use their hind leg for hop. Same way, grasshopper is also using their hind legs for hopping, to jump, right? For jumping they are using, right? See, insects such as butterflies, moths and dragonflies have wings for flying. We all have seen butterflies. They are very beautiful insect, right? They have a wings to fly, right? So with the help of that wings, they move. Have you seen any flying butterfly? How pretty they look, right? Because they have very colorful wings, and that wings help them to fly, help them to do movement, right? See, these wings are made of thin scales that can be in different colors. We know that if you will compare the bodies of 2 butterflies, both will be having a different design in their wings, right? This muscles which help them to fly easily. Right? See, a butterfly has colored wings and they are very pretty. It looks very nice. Some insects such as bedbugs and lice cannot fly. Do you know what is the meaning of bedbugs? Khatmal, right? And lice means juu, જે normally માથામાં થઈ જતી હોય છે. So they cannot fly, right? Instead they move by crawling. So if certain insects are not able to fly, what do? They move by crawling, right? So this was the movement in certain insects. I hope you have understood till here. Yes? Let's move to the another topic. What is that? Aerial animals. What do you mean by aerial animals? We have studied. Yes, the animal which can fly. And we all know that birds can fly. So they are considered as what? Aerial animals. Right? So small sparrow or maybe big eagle or vulture, they are also flying. But what helps them to fly? What are the basic characteristics of their body which allow them to fly? Let's see. Most birds can fly. They have special features that help them to fly. What are the features? See, the first one is a streamlined body. What is the meaning of it? See, streamlined means like a boat. That means, see, if I say this is a streamlined body, from front and from back it is narrow, and from the middle it is swollen, right? Means પાછળથી ને આગળથી સાંકડું હોય અને વચ્ચેથી ફૂલાયેલું હોય. So that is called as a streamlined body. Right? About streamline you will study in a higher grade because it is very important factors in the preparation of a ship, cruise and boat. Right? So right now you just need to remember the meaning of a streamline. Right? Which is written over here. You can note down in your textbook. Right? Next one. 4 limbs modified into wings. Now compare the human with the birds. So you will say that teacher, birds can fly but humans cannot. Yes, you are right. But one common thing in both is that 4 limbs in humans have been converted into hands, where in birds 4 limbs have been converted into wings. Right? So these wings are helping them to fly. Okay? Hollow bones that make the body light. Hollow means having holes on the bone. Bone, I hope you know. So birds' bones are very much hollow. They have a holes, very small holes on the bones, which will make their body too much light in a way when they are flying. Right? So hollow bones help them to fly swiftly. Clear? Next one. Strong chest muscle that provide energy for flying. All the birds, चाहे वो छोटा सा sparrow हो या बड़ा सा eagle, all the birds will have a one bone in their chest which help them to fly. And because of that chest bone only, their body is streamlined. Right? So chest bone or chest muscle is helping the birds to fly easily and comfortably. Right? See, a tail to change direction while flying. Now once they start flying and if they want to change the direction, if they want to take turn, then how will they take it? They do it with the help of a tail. Right? So tail is also helping them in a movement. Right? See, claws that help them to walk on the ground and sit or perch on tree branches Underline the word perch. Perch means to sit. Right? The forelimbs, the back legs of the birds are designed in such a way, naturally, that they can walk properly on the ground. When they are sitting on a tree, they can have a better grip on the twigs. Right? So they have such kind of a body design through which birds can fly. Right? See, in spite of such things, some birds cannot fly. See here, some birds have large, heavy bodies and poorly developed wings. That means they are very big in a size, their weight is also too much and their wings are not developed properly. It is poorly developed. Then if it is not developed, then they cannot fly. Which type of birds cannot fly? See. So they cannot fly. Ostriches, cassowaries, as you can see in the picture. Emus and penguins are some examples of flightless birds. What do you mean by flightless? Flightless means, underline, it means birds which cannot fly. Right? So there are certain birds like penguin, ostrich, emus, cassowaries that they don't have a proper wings. Their body is too much heavy, so they cannot fly. So they are considered as flightless birds. Right? Okay. Bats are flying mammals. Now, if you remember, I told you the meaning of mammal. Mammal means the animal which give birth to the young ones, direct birth. बच्चे को जन्म देते हैं. So bat is also a mammal, but it falls in a category of birds. Why? Because bats can fly. I hope you know what is the meaning of bat, right? Chamachili. They can fly, right? But how do they fly? See, the skin from their body is stretched to join each forelimb and forming a wing. Right? Between hands and legs, they have one muscle which is stretched, or you can say a skin which is stretched. It is forming a formation kind of a wing, so that they can fly. So in short, we can say that all the animals are having a different method for the movement. Right? Now, I hope you have understood till here. So based on today's session, I will show you one small video again, so you can understand better. So, are you all ready? Let's start.
Movement in animals. All living organisms move. Animals move in search of food, water, shelter, and also to escape from predators. The movement of organisms from place to place is known as locomotion. Different animals move in different media. Animals in general can move on land, in air, and in water. What enables them to move? Yes, the bones and muscles bring about movement. What about animals which do not have bones? Come, let us study how some common invertebrates and vertebrates move. Animals move about in their surroundings. They run, walk, jump, hop, slither, swim, or fly. Ducks are also called waterfowls as they are mostly seen near ponds, rivers, and streams. Ducks have short necks and wings and a stout body. They have webbed feet which act like paddles and help them push water while swimming. While swimming underwater, their wings are tightly closed. Ducks fly short distances. They run on the surface of water before they take off. Some species of ducks are known to fly long distances. Cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of wings. The legs work in groups of 2 with 3 each. They move with 3 legs at a time. The legs that remain on the ground form a triangle and support the cockroach as it moves. Earthworms have a soft, segmented body. The segments have hair-like bristles which help in movement. The bristles help the earthworms grip the surface and push their bodies forward by stretching their muscles. Earthworms can also move backwards by contracting their muscles. Snakes do not have limbs. The muscles and the scales that cover their bodies help them move. Snakes move in 4 ways: concertina mode, serpentine mode, side-winding, and rectilinear mode. Fishes have special structures called fins and a flexible backbone which helps them swim in water. The fins provide stability while swimming. The sideways movement of the tail fin pushes them forward. Salamanders walk on ground and swim underwater. They swim in water with the help of their tail, which acts as an oar. They have 4 toes on the forelimbs and 5 on the hind limbs. The skin of the salamander secretes a slippery substance which keeps the body moist and also acts as a lubricant while swimming. Albatrosses have long, narrow, pointed wings. They have the longest wingspan of about 11 feet, which enables them to glide for long at great heights above the sea. They can fly for hours and days without flapping their wings. The sunbird can fly right, left, up, and down. They can also hover in mid-air. They perch on the stem or branch of a plant while feeding. They have flexible wings and are hence able to move their wings rapidly. Their limbs and feet are so small that they cannot walk or hop. Cheetahs are able to run fast because of their long legs and tail. The long tail helps steer and maintain balance while running. They have semi-retractile claws which help them grip the ground. The enlarged heart and lungs work efficiently to supply increased oxygen while running. Snails have an elongated muscular foot which helps them in locomotion. Snails produce a colorless sticky discharge that forms a protective carpet under them as they move. The discharge is so effective that they can crawl along the edge of a razor without hurting themselves. A snail pushes its body against the ground to move forward. This produces a wave-like movement.
Okay kids, so as you have finished watching the video, I'm ending my session over here. Now, I want to say one thing, that in this movement topic, one subtopic is remaining, that is aquatic animals. How do aquatic animals do their movement? That we will cover in the next session. So before I end my session, I just want to say one thing, that please read the topics which we have done today. Go through this video again for any query